Absolutely. Let's have a look at Hastings. Just in case you're wondering what all this is about, I bought a map which was of Roman Britain, and it's actually pinned to my profile, and people have been asking for me to look at places on the map and see what there is of interest. And I thought I'd start with a wider perspective on Hastings, which is just there, because this is what is now Kent. It's the southeast section of Britain. And the reason that I wanted to raise that point was because this is largely where we think that the second invasion by Claudius in AD 43 of Britain took place in terms of where the forces landed. Often up there, Richborough is cited as the main place that the Romans landed, and then they made their way up that way. So I just wanted to give that some context, and you could probably see there's quite a lot of big red things, and big red things on here usually mean Roman stuff. But there is a fair bit there as well, so let's have a look. Here we have Hastings then. It's probably a bit more famous for the Battle of Hastings between William the Conqueror and Harold, and actually there's a link to William the Conqueror that I'll come to in a moment. But predominantly what you can see around Hastings are those blue iron mines. And it kind of makes sense. If there was a great deal of mineral wealth, Rome was very good at extracting that, and it would have made things easier because, of course, you don't have to ship this resource in. You can access it, and Romans obviously need a fair amount of iron. But you've also probably noticed that red square by Pevensey, and that was the castle at Pevensey. But it was originally a Roman fort, or rather there was a Roman fort there before the later castle. This was built in the late 3rd century AD, apparently to help defend against any raids or to keep that area secure from any kind of naval attack. Which is somewhat ironic because it was in Pevensey Bay where William the Conqueror landed with his forces, and it suggested that he actually had his men camp in what became Pevensey Castle. So there is a link there, a very tenuous link to the Roman fortifications. Obviously it was a very good strategic spot. We often find that if a spot gets used by later military overseers, then that's probably because it's a good place to stick a military structure. So presumably it was good for the Romans. It remained good in the later period for those for the Normans and the people afterwards. I hope that was useful. If you want an area looked at, just pop a comment in here or go on to the original video that's pinned to my profile. Stick it in there, whatever's easy.